are loading in. This is it now. The 2024 Grand Final of this year's CONMEBOL eLibertadores will unfold now between two Brazilians, but we can guarantee there will be a new name on the trophy this year, joining the likes of PH, Resende, Matias Bonanno, Bachada in the winner's book of this competition. All we can pray for is an exciting grand final. NathanSR kicking from left to right with the first real chance of the game, looking to get us underway within the first minutes of the game, and expect nothing less, Pabs, because he is ruthless.
He's ruthless. I mean, he's literally the complete package of a FC24 Pro player that you're looking for. And Miners has done a phenomenal job to pick these two players, because GuiBarros has not been here before. Nathan obviously has shown his level in the competitive scene. However, we're here. I mean, this is basically what every single player wished once arriving into Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Two shots already registered, could be a third. It's still NathanSR building around the box. Then Mbappe with brilliant feet, just spinning in circles.
Beautiful L1 stick there, and clicking L1 in order to just basically stop on top of the ball.
And if you have just tuned in and you've not been familiar with the typical South American style of play, it involves scoring a lot of goals. And it just is relentless at times.
It is non-stop action, and I'm sure that everyone that is sitting at home watching in the chat has loved every single second of it, with both players being so offensive in the entirety of these matches. Honestly, this is one of my favorite leagues to watch for the entirety of the year, because it is non-stop action, so many goals. We saw 12 goals from our guy NathanSR and 9 goals from GuiBarros just today.
And you know, Brandon, Casey and I were actually in the MLS Cup last weekend, and we saw a different style of play for every single pro player in the FC24 format.
It could be a big chance here. Ball roll potentially. Travella, that's not time green. You just saw the white flash above Mbappe. I mean, timed or not, that's killing Mbappe. Millions of coins in a player. How's he missed that one?
I think you have to time that green in that situation, but GuiBarros is taking a sigh of relief, because that could have been dangerous.
He's going to make the most of this, GuiBarros. He's reverse elastico in his way through the box. Haaland will just get a bounce of the ball there, and it might go out for a corner. It will. 10 minutes in.
Ton of action already.
Haaland is short. You want him in the box, really. He's going to fall back again to Alex Mateus. Edge of the box for De Bruyne, finesse, potentially, or Mbappe. Travella cuts the pass inside. It was a clever idea, just offside.
Both of these players have to stay locked in. They cannot live in the moment. And I mean, as I say that, Ona just misses the ball. I guess she's nervous.
I mean, the player lock just didn't lock onto the ball there. It's Haaland again, who's going to get a second bite at it. Needs the help of Virgil van Dijk, but again, possession just falls back the way of GuiBarros. All the bounces falling his way so far.
How many friendlies do you think that these guys have played against each other, guys?
So many. I think that as teammates, that's one of their roles. You don't have many people to play against, and you can trust that you could have a teammate that does that, especially at such a high level. It's nice that they're able to utilize each other in terms of practicing throughout the entirety of the year.
There certainly would have been some boot camps before coming into this tournament. Hours of practice and hours of games to get ready for what could have been, and they have achieved what they set out for. 2 tickets to the World Championships for this year's FC Pro season. Here's NathanSR now, so tricky in these areas, so skillful. Cut back, finds Mateus, will look to go on a left foot, then a right foot. It was a constant guessing game.
The player locking, the left stick movement, it's just, Nathan is just so complete, and GuiBarros has to stay very composed to defend everything that Nathan is throwing at him. Beautiful build-up.
Good chance here for Bellingham, just be a decoy. Doesn't necessarily need to get on the ball. He does eventually. I know the fullback was out of position. Ruben Dias able to come and cover. Erling Haaland so explosive if he can put away from the defender. Lucio has been superb. Another popular choice in the side. Falls into Mbappe. Where's that one more pass? Someone goes through the legs. Alex Mateus could be in through. It's a great chance, an even better save from Alisson, just about kept in.
Alisson with the lifeline there, and I'm noticing that both players are doing a very good job at anticipating each other's attack. I think that they're going to have to go outside of their regular play style in order to shock the other opponent, because as of right now, they're reading each other like a book.
That's an unbelievable. Teo Hernandez has just done an unbelievable run through. Got no real conviction the shot. He's not really the player you want there, Pabs.
Definitely not. However, that is the team of the year, you know, item. And at the end of the day, if you want somebody in that position, you want a left-footed player. And you have Teo Hernandez there, as we see him going the other way.
He's on the other end now for NathanSR. Does get bodied by
the best center back in the game, arguably.
I think one of the most expensive players in the game as well. Team of the year, Virgil van Dijk. No way round him. 26 minutes played here in our grand final, live from Sao Paulo. Eternal glory, the trophy, and $35,000 on the line here. Is he onside still, R9? Just about. Could be a great chance for GuiBarros. Is there a one more pass? Nice scoop turn inside. And off the body of Alisson. Didn't want to save it with his hands. Wanted to chest it out for a corner, apparently. Corner played short. A couple of player locks just teased there. And eventually possession changes hands.
Now, I'm not sure if those listening at home can hear anything that's happening with the crowd right now, but it might be the most quiet that we've heard it throughout the entirety of today. You could just feel the pressure because everything is coming down to this moment. But I think as soon as we see a goal, it's going to be a different situation.
Just so much tension here. I'm not playing them, my hands are sweating.
Neither player wanting to take those sort of low percentage chances of scoring from the edge of the box with that Trivela.
It's a game of inches, Brandon.
Haaland queuing up in the box, so's R9, waiting for it. Bellingham, Mbappe, R9, just off target. That's been a few times now for NathanSR. He's been in the box in those areas. Mbappe doesn't fancy it, R9 doesn't. Who does fancy it in the target?
I mean, it's got to be someone if he wants to walk away with this trophy. It almost seemed like he didn't have quite the best angle there on the shot, which is probably why it went wide. But he is creating those chances. It's just about finishing them. Yeah,
R9 there was a little bit off balance off the turn. And I mean, it felt like he finessed it there. However, you know, a little bit off balance, R9, it's not going to go in.
This could be an interesting battle between Haaland and Lucio. He can just get away with the pace. Ball rolls fortunate back to Mbappe. That nearly trickled all the way through.
Both of these players have been phenomenal on defense.
Mbappe! Trivela again, massive save from Alisson. These two just cancelling each other out in all moments and all areas of the pitch.
Wow, yeah.
Superb. Manoeuvring in the tiniest of pockets of space. Mateus with a brilliant through ball. Just a bit too heavy, but Alisson.
That player lock into R9 for that through ball by Alexia is just different level. I mean, you could tell that the nerves are just not kicking in yet for GuiBarros because he's just playing his game. As we see this, it's just the switch of play into Teo.
Could be an overlap at the back post here. If he looks to use it, instead goes short. Does Bellingham fancy it from distance? Punched it in, back to Mbappe. One-on-one with Teo Hernandez. Mbappe still just about squeezes it through. And you can't not argue that it's been coming for NathanSR. He's been knocking on the door. And eventually, he's got an answer through the help of Kylian Mbappe.
The thing that I love about NathanSR here is his change in tempo in the attack. He could go quick, but he also can add in those extra pauses that the defender is often not anticipating. He's expecting that extra pass quick. He paused for a second there and was able to open it up, make that shot. Beautiful, beautiful build-up.
Yeah, that L1 there by Nathan just created the beautiful space in order to do a reverse elastico to be able to get Mbappe on his right foot and finish the second post. Alisson had nothing to do with it.
Well, it's an unfamiliar position to be in now for GuiBarros, because he's always been used to being in front, always the first goal scorer. He might be in for an equaliser here, off the woodwork. The best chance he's created so far. Alex Mateus coming so close. And if we're being honest, Case, it's probably a chance that should have gone in.
Yeah, he needed that opportunity to make it even here. And for those of you at home, if you look at their player cams, you can notice that neither of them have coaches for this match. So I think that they have decided that there is no, benefit for having one or the other. So they're on their own, on the main stage, fighting for their chance to win that championship as their coaches are behind the scenes.
I just realized that.
Those poor coaches must just be hiding in the background somewhere.
I mean, if I'm Miners, I'm just letting them run. This is just another disco friendly.
Just play and make it a good game. That's all they're asking for. As we go into the break at half-time, NathanSR leads by a goal to 0. Well, we look like we're near enough ready to jump back into the game.
This is the longest halftime. They're definitely just living in the moment now. They understand they're 45 in-game minutes away from eternal glory.
Well, they've got no coach to talk to, have they? So it does become a little bit difficult. Pabs, we're going to let you go. I think you're going to catch up with some of the players. Thank you for your time on the comms. GuiBarros with the first chance of this second half, looking for an all-important equaliser. Yeah, Torre, yet to score in the tournament, might be able to help out here. And the substitution is made. Richard Buckley comes in. Rich, did you get a selfie of Kaka or?
Not Kaka. No,
I've got a selfie
with Kaka before.
Sorry, Cafu.
I didn't, unfortunately, no. As soon as I'd finished welcoming the players out, I had to watch some gameplay because the grand final's here. But I'm sure we got time afterwards to meet up with Cafu.
I don't know. It's Cafu. It's not Kaka. I mean, Cafu.
Right back, Cafu.
Kaka might be here later, but Cafu is here for sure. Great to see him here at the CONMEBOL eLibertadores. I mean, it's been a great first half, Rich. As we were saying on comms at half-time, another day, you could be looking at a 2-2 or a 3-2.
Yeah, I think the way that the sort of first 15, 20 minutes were playing out, it looked like it could be a really high-scoring affair, but very rarely are grand finals ever high-scoring affairs. The nerves, the pressure, it has been lifted ever so slightly.
What a chance. Pateas has to score. You got to back yourself, GuiBarros.
That's what I was saying. You just play ever so slightly, a little bit more than you need to. But the pressure has been lifted because the FC World Championship spots have already been given out, and that was the real main aim.
He might get a second chance out of here. Haaland off target completely, but case that chance there. I don't know why he just didn't back himself.
No, we've seen it a couple times earlier in this competition, but they seem to be overplaying it. It's as if they want that perfect opportunity, but he had the opportunity there. He just kept those extra passes in, and those might be the mistakes that cost him this game.
You won't get a better chance than that. Everything was perfect. Whether he's a little bit hesitant at the goalkeeper movement, maybe. And Abaje cut it back. One more. Haaland for 2. It will be. The goalkeeper couldn't do enough there. And NathanSR will double his lead in this year's grand final.
You got a tale of one player playing very instinctively and the other slightly overplaying. NathanSR, couple of passes, one touch, two touch, and then an emphatic green timed finish from Erling Haaland. He's got his eyes set on that trophy right there. And he's not too far away, Case, from lifting it up.
No, he is counting down the seconds to potentially raise that trophy, get the prize money, and the eternal glory of this competition.
And that chance hurts even more, Case, because GuiBarros, in his mind, we're thinking, I've hit the post in the first half. I've had a golden opportunity there of Alexis Pateas to equalise the game. How am I 2-0 down?
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't let those type of situations frustrate you enough that you lose your composure. You have to forget it, continue on, act like it didn't happen, because you need to score goals at this point. You gotta forget it.
This could be that chance now. Goes through the legs of the defenders somehow.
If you look at GuiBarros' previous two matchups, I seem to remember winning 3-0 in both of them, and they both got pretty cagey towards the end. You don't know how he's going to be from behind. Both players are unbeaten. They've not lost a game during this weekend either.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about the second half of his match, because it does seem like he starts off very strong, and then in the second half of the game, he maybe becomes a bit fatigued. But yeah, he is not starting off this game like that, so he's going to have to switch up his mentality and pull out the confidence from somewhere, because he is currently 2 goals down to NathanSR, who has been a fantastic competitor to date and is pretty much unstoppable. He hasn't lost a game.
Well, it's sort of hit the nail on the head there, what Richard said, in terms of they haven't played before, especially for GuiBarros in a scenario where he has been trailing by a couple of goals.
It's just
to do.
It's very sort of, you want to lose before the grand final, You want to feel what it's like to be trailing in games and having to chase games and change tactics and change the way that you're playing. Because to react to that in the grand final, it's just not the place to be.
This is brilliant. Yaya Toure on a play. Just needs to take a shot from somewhere. Reverse elastico. It was an awkward angle.
Yeah, it's almost too much twisting and turning there. And at the end of the day, he's unpredictable, but he's taking too long to capitalize on those opportunities that are wide open for him.
And the frustration will start to build as well.
Especially with time ticking away now. Near what, last 20 minutes or so. If NathanSR can grab a third. Oh, what a turn. See you later, Virgil van Dijk. Unbelievable opportunity this for R9. Plays it back to Haaland. One more pass.
Yeah, what a goal.
Zero reaction. Maybe the best goal we've seen throughout the tournament. The skill moves, the composure, and the timing of a goal like that in a match like this.
You saw the use of the L1R1 right stick move where you sort of bring the ball back and it's very quick drag back exit, but you can drag back, cancel it halfway through and then move the ball on with a pass. Did it twice perfectly. Baiting the player in, move the ball on. Bait the player in, move the ball on, and then emphatic finish. I think you said we were commentating some semi-finals. Alexia Putellas always seems to be in the right place at the right time.
Exactly. It's almost as if he's playing chess. He's 3 steps ahead of GuiBarros right now. He knows exactly what he's doing, executing perfectly. And if you're watching at home, take notes because NathanSR's attack is perfect.
GuiBarros 3-0 down, last 20 minutes. NathanSR with the performance of all performances. I respect the no celebrations against his teammate, but he must have been holding in a smile or two there, Case, with that goal. You cannot not be happy with that. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I understand, though, not celebrating against your teammate. Every goal is bittersweet at this point, but you kind of have to forget it. You have to forget that you're going against one of your friends because there's a trophy on the line, and you have to go through that friend to get it.
This is a gift, potentially. Haaland in a runner race. He's got Lucio chasing down Virgil van Dijk. GuiBarros needs a goal now, and it has to come in a form of something there. Just can't get past the defender. Last 16 minutes, he can just sort of trickle down the clock now for NathanSR. We'll take a 4th goal if it will arrive.
It gives us the opportunity with 50 minutes left to play to talk about the incredible achievement of NetGui Miners as well, because having 2 players in the grand final, 2 spots at the World Championship, for an esports organisation, a remarkable, remarkable feat.
I think the last time we saw that was probably back in Paraguay when this tournament took place. There was 2 R10 players in the grand final there. Obviously, PhD went to go and win that against MH7. But you're absolutely right. Not just that, Rich. The fact that they've got 2 players going to the biggest event of the year. Later on in the summer, Mbappe back post was there for an option.
It's essentially a win-win situation for their organization, and I know that no matter what, they're going to be winners at the end of the day, and it's going to be so fun to watch them at the World Championships, especially GuiBarros, who hasn't done much before. So the fact that he's entering this competition, somewhat unheard of, making it to a World Championships where he can see himself on the biggest stage of all of FC is a fantastic feat.
A lot of European players, they always say, what's the scariest thing to go into a tournament? A somewhat unknown Brazilian.
And there's always a new one, isn't there? There's always a new Brazilian name. He's having the time of his life in NathanSR. He might be on for a 4th. Ball roll, thank you very much. Get that name on the trophy. NathanSR.
What a player.
He's on his way to lift that trophy there. The CONMEBOL eLibertadores champion for this year. I know we've still got 15 or so in-game minutes left, but 4-0 up. He saved his best performance for a grand final.
Yeah, if there's ever any time to do it, the time is absolutely now. And I think that GuiBarros is having to take those risks on defense, add in the press, which does put his defenders a lot of time out of position, opening up a lot of opportunities for NathanSR to capitalize on that, and that is what we're seeing here.
So Hernandez trying to get anything other than a consolation there. He's not the man for the job, is he?
I can see Cezinho not too far away from us. in the commentary position right now, and he predicted this when we spoke to him last night. He said that NathanSR is the man to beat. His attack is too good, and we're seeing it in full effect right now in the grand final. It has been a remarkable tournament from him. A deserved winner.
A clean sheet as well. A 4-0 win. So confident, just oozing confidence in the final third. His decision making's been on point. Haaland for 5.
No reaction.
Does he know what he's achieved? Does he know what game he's in?
It's sort of a subdued reaction from the audience as well, because you expect from a grand final it to be tense, it to be end to end, and this has been a one-sided blowout.
I don't think he can quite believe the position that he's in now, and it's something to take away from GuiBarros, but when you're 3-0 down in a grand final case, your head's just not in it.
No, your head is gone. And I mean, I know he's very happy that he is locked in that World Championship spot, so this would just be icing on the cake. But such a dominant performance from NathanSR here. I hope we see a celebration once 90 minutes is up.
Once he gets hands on that trophy.
Yes, there it is.
6-0 in this year's 2024 CONMEBOL eLibertadores Grand Final in Sao Paulo.
One of the biggest wins of the entire tournament is coming in the final.
His only clean sheet, is coming in a grand final, where he is seconds away from a full-time result. The 4th year of this competition that it's run, joining the winners list of Matias Bonanno, P8 Zin, Resende, Bashada, the list goes on. There will be another Brazilian name on it. From Netshoes Miners Esports, NathanSR, a 6-0 winner, will be this year's eLibertadores champion. Handshake between the two teammates. He won't feel it now for GuiBarros, but he must be so proud of his performance here. An unknown player that's going to a World Finals. And I believe he might be lifting this trophy right now.
It came here with one thing on his mind, and that was to lift that trophy, to be victorious. And the CONMEBOL eLibertadores title is going home with NathanSR.
$35,000, a World Championship spot, and this beautiful trophy in front of him because he's the champ.
Well then, this is his moment. Your CONMEBOL eLibertadores champion, NathanSR. $35,000 richer. He'll be amongst the best 32 in the world in the FC Pro World Championships. And how about that? The icon himself, Cafu, presenting the trophy to you. It will be a grand final and a match that he will never forget. 6-0 winner on the biggest of stages here in Sao Paulo.